Okay, so let's start in child's pose. Now I'm gonna mute this. Let's soften or close the eyes. We just settle in to a nice, relaxing, comfortable beginning. You can take a big full breath in and then an easy exhale out, maybe out through the mouth if you want to. We could do it again. Just settling in, getting comfortable, transitioning from wherever you came from before you grabbed your mat and rolled it out. You just take that little moment to transition. So thinking about the length of your mat, how much space it actually takes up on your floor. Seeing if you can limit your awareness to just the space of your mat. See if the next breath you take in can be deeper than the previous. And then as you exhale, see if you can exhale a little longer as well. Again, big full breath, filling up the lungs. Full exhale, send it out through the nose. Maybe the mouth if it's comfortable. Let's take two more here. Maybe the next one you breathe in is the deepest breath that you've had today. And then when you're ready, we'll walk the fingers forward. So slow motion. Stretch the right arm a little longer. Maybe reaching through the right side. Maybe find fingertips. You could roll the right wrist if you want to. Maybe spread the fingers wide. And then let's soften the right arm, draw it back into its place. And then let it rest. You take a little activeness away from it. And then we'll do the same thing with the left side. Reach it long, find fingertips. Maybe spread the fingers wide, roll the wrist. And then exhale, soften the left arm. Let the shoulder draw back into its place. Let the arm soften. Notice the difference between the left and the right. And see if we can relax both arms completely. Big full inhale. Big exhale, maybe out through the mouth if you want to. And then this time, let's stretch both arms as far forward as they'll go. Spread the fingers wide. You might even lift the palms and find fingertips. Think of lengthening from the fingers through the arms, through your shoulders. Try to imagine you could see your spine and pull space a little bit from the base of the neck all the way to your tailbone. And then let's find flat hands on your exhale. Shift up to tabletop and we'll go to downward facing dog. Take your time. So you can always take child's pose instead. Maybe you support yourself with a block or with a bolster. Or we probably don't have a bolster at home, so you could use a pillow. Maybe move the knees a little bit. You can find tippy toes. Drop the heels, lift the toes. Let's pick the right leg up. Bend and open. Give it some space, maybe move the ankle a little bit. Doesn't have to be a lot. And then we'll set the right leg down, do the same thing with the left leg. Left leg is up, bend and open. Again, it doesn't have to be a lot, just a little bit of space. And then we'll bring it down. Let's drop the knees down, tabletop. Move the hips a little side to side. You can shift forward and back. When you're ready, let's turn it into cat-cow. When you're ready, let's find a flat back, neutral spine. Stretch the right leg back. Both hands on the ground. Let's point the right toes. So think about from the left side all the way through the left side of the body, from the top of the hip through your big toe is reaching really long. Imagine you could touch the wall without changing anything else. Push the ground away. Draw the belly button in, big inhale. As you exhale, draw the knee into the nose, a crunch, think of cat pose, and then extend. So a little cat-cow, but with just one leg. Extend really long, point the toe, exhale, draw it in, push the ground away, try to bring your knee to your nose, spread the upper back. Perfect. Inhale, expand, really long. Exhale, hug it in. Use your core to bring it closer. One more time, let's expand, and let's just hold it here. Reach long, push the hands into the ground, try to get long arms, draw the belly button back, point the toe, reach the leg longer, maybe lift it higher. Spread the fingers wide, push everything into the ground. Exhale, hug the knee into the nose. Push the ground away, try to bring your face closer to your knee, play with the height of your left leg, of your right leg. Draw it in, one more big breath, push the ground away more, use a little core control. And then let's go to extension. Left leg is out, right arm is long. So we look straight down. Maybe you find right fingertips. Maybe left arm is long. It's backwards in Zoom, I forgot. Left arm is long. You got it. You all know exactly what to do. My student was like, I don't think that's right. Left arm is long. Right leg is back. Let's flex the right foot this time. Think about lifting the height or playing with the height of the arm and leg. Lift both higher. So we use the back side, the muscles that strengthen the back, the leg, the shoulder, big lift. Exhale, set it down. Roll the shoulders a couple times. And then let's go back to downward facing dog. let's bring the feet together. Feet together, legs together. Big toes touch. Find tippy toes, inhale. Shift a little bit. Exhale, soften the heels. Keep the butt high. Reach the face closer to the legs. Maybe bend the knees a little bit. Try to close the gap. Let's do that one more time. Big inhale. Shift forward, tippy toes. Exhale, soften the heels, bend the knees, push into the hands a little bit. Try to bring your face closer to your legs. And then let's soften that. Let's adjust the feet back to being hips distance apart. Softly, almost like slow motion, we bring the knees back down to the ground. So we come back to tabletop. Perfect. Push the ground away. Let's find stability. This time we stretch the left leg back. Big toe is long. Toe is pointed. So reach, push the ground away, draw the belly button in. So we have core strength. Notice that even though we're balancing on our right leg, we don't shift all of our weight to the right side. So use a little core strength, a little left hand to keep you lifted. Really long, big breath in. Think of from the crown of your head all the way to the pointed toe. You got 2 directions of length. Let's exhale, draw the knee into the nose, push the ground away. Think of a cat pose. And then we go back to extension. Really long, full length, point the toe. Easy, draw it in, knee to nose, like a crunch. Inhale, expand, pointed toe. Yep. Draw it in. Last one here. Extend, expand, really long. Let's hold it here. Point the toe. Think of reaching from the crown of the head all the way to your big toe. 2 directions, lengthening long. Push the hands into the ground. Pull the belly button back. A little lift, a little length. Let's exhale, draw the knee into the nose. Push the ground away. Try to close that gap. Get really tiny, like you're trying to curl into a tiny ball. Pull the belly button back. And then we go back to extension. Right arm reaches forward. So we find support. Notice what happens if you push down what's touching the ground. So your right shin and your left hand, push them down even more. When you think you've pushed them down enough, push down a little more, use a little bit more muscle. And then lengthen the limbs that are reaching as long as they can away from each other. Pull, use the muscle to pull on its own, really long. Let's flex the foot that's long. Maybe lift both limbs higher, big inhale. Exhale, bring it down. Back to downward facing dog. Let's take our feet as wide as the mat this time. They got some space. Big inhale, bend the knees a lot. As you exhale, dip the chest toward the thighs. Yeah, try to get a big slopey upper back. Let's lengthen the legs, inhale. So we reset it. Exhale, bend the knees. Try to close the gap between the chest and the thighs. And then easy, let's soften that. Walk the hands backward toward the feet. We go to the back of the mat. So you might have a block or a at-home block, which might look like a book, or it might look like a chair or a stool. So we find something. Big inhale, support yourself. Maybe adjust the feet so they have more space. And then exhale, bow forward. Let the head relax. Maybe you sway a little side to side. You could find stillness. Maybe you don't feel like adding movement. You decide what sounds best. When you're ready, let's release the grip. Big inhale, halfway lift the chest. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, big stand up. So we use a lot of energy, or maybe a little more energy. It doesn't have to be a lot. Maybe reach up and look up. You can stretch up. Maybe open the arms to a T. Like you want to give a huge hug. And then hands connect to the chest, arms release by the sides. Big inhale, big exhale. Let's inhale, lift the arms. Reach up and look up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift the chest. From here, let's slowly walk out to plank. So use your core muscles to keep yourself stable. Flex the stomach, walk out to plank, meet in downward facing dog. You could go there directly. You could add your own way. Maybe you go through upward facing dog or cobra. You could go to child's pose. When you're ready, let's take it to the top. You could walk there, hop there, step there. Easy step. Take your time. Halfway lift when you get here. Exhale, bow forward. Let's do that again. Big inhale, halfway lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand up. Push the feet down, reach the arms up, stretch up and look up. Exhale, dive over the legs. Halfway lift the chest. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step to plank, meet in downward facing dog. You could go the same way. You could go a different way. Three breaths in downward facing dog. We're cutting them short. When you're ready, take it to the top. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, stand up. Reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Same thing, lift the chest up halfway. Move with your own breath. Bend the knees, plant the palms to downward facing dog. Take your time. It's not a race. After your third exhale, make it to the top. Yeah, this is hard. You didn't know that's what you're signing up for. Lift the chest when you get here. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, stand. One more time, dive forward. See if you can breathe as you move. Halfway lift, big inhale. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step back. Exhale as you lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra or wherever you go from here. And then exhale to downward facing dog for 3 breaths. 3. You can always take child's pose instead if it is too much. When you're ready, take it to the top. Lift the chest. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, stand. Reach up, look up, stretch up. Maybe stretch backwards or stretch open. You could bend the elbows and hide it behind your back. Hands connect to the chest. Arms released by the sides. Let's take 3 breaths here. Big full inhale. Full exhale. Notice your heartbeat. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold over the legs. Let's take forward fold. Halfway lift the chest, adjust the feet. We can grab big toes. You could stand on the palms. You could hang over the legs if you want to relax forward fold. You could grab your home block. You don't have to. More of a narrow forward fold sometimes than that. So I would tell you if you needed to move. I'll let you know. Yep.
Thank you.
Are you taking this class? One more big breath. Let's release the grip. We can bend the knees, plant the palms, maybe take crow, maybe you set it up, maybe you just bend the elbows and bring the knees to the arms and do a little crunch. You can go to downward facing dog directly or a different way or however you want to get there. You could jump there, step there, push-ups. Right leg is up. Bend and open. Add something if you want to. Maybe you flip over. You could just let the right fingers get light. Yeah. Yes. Control it. If you changed it, bring it back. So we'd use just as much control to come back. Right leg is lifting. Draw the knee into the nose. Oh, crunch it. Lift it back up to the sky. One more time, just like we did on our knee. Knee to nose, crunch, shift the shoulders over the wrist. And then let's lift it back up to the ceiling. Light step, knee to the nose, foot between the hands, high lunge. Oh, high lunge, sorry. It was gonna be warrior 1, but high lunge came out. Inhale, arms lift. Stretch the legs away from each other. You could stretch the arms open. Let's connect the hands. Prayer twist. So if you want to, you could drop the left knee down. Maybe it touches the ground, left elbow, right thigh. Yeah, perfect. Pull the belly button back. Push the hands together. So here's where we're gonna get tricky. Softly, lightly, bring weight into your right foot. Step the left foot next to the right foot. So we're in a chair pose at the top of the mat with our hands here. Ta-da, look, you did it. I didn't have to model that. I thought I was going to. You did a great job. Draw the left knee back. Sink a little deeper. Big inhale. You could take exhale, forward fold, or if you want to at home, you could take side crow. We haven't done that in a long time, so get that if you want. If you're like, what the hell are you talking about? You could just bow into a forward fold. Yes. Or you could do that. Hold it. That's hard. Yes. Party tricks. You can let your head rest on the ground if you're playing with it to start. You can let your head rest on a pillow. Yeah. And then let's take forward fold. From here, we'll lift the chest. Let's walk the fingers over to the right side. See what's happening over on the right. And then from here, let's walk fingers over to the left. See what's happening over there. Perfect. We'll inhale, bring hands back to the middle, lift the chest up halfway. Let's do, we haven't done this in a long time. So we're going to lift the left leg like one flamingo leg. So hands are on the ground, left leg comes up like one flamingo leg. So knee is bent, heel is towards your butt. So it's like standing splits, but you have that left knee bent, so it's a lot less annoying, challenging, difficult. Softly, slowly, like you're a slow flamingo. You're trying to step that foot back to where we came from, high lunge. The leg comes way back. We step it slowly back. Inhale, arms come up, high lunge. Beautiful. Straighten both legs, inhale. Open warrior two. Slide the arms out. Let's take an inhale when you get here. Straighten both legs, arms lift. And then exhale, spread it out. One more time, inhale, stretch up and look up and reach up. Pull the belly button back. Exhale, slide it out. Let's look over the right fingers. Extended side angle, right forearm connects, left arm can reach up and around. It could go behind your back. Perfect. Stretch the legs away from each other. Pull the belly button back. Look at that long line right there. Good. One more big breath, really long from the crown of your head. Right there, all the way to your foot. I like having a model. Inhale brings you up. So use your left arm to come up. Keep the right knee bent so we stay low. Soften the shoulders. Let's scoop and reverse. Reverse warrior. Tip it back. Keep bending the right knee. Reach away from the right foot with the fingers. One more big breath. I'm gonna go right here. Let's inhale, come up. We straighten both legs, lift up. Turn the toes to the sides, so they're gonna kind of turn like this, and we're gonna bend the knees and sink. So we're in a little squat. You can bring the hands to the legs. You might even put weight into the arms. You can shift a little side to side. So if you look down at your feet, the more parallel, the more turned out they are to the sides, that's the more external rotation. So that's gonna be a lot. And it's also gonna feel really hard to balance because we're kind of like on a tightrope. So you can start to play with the degree of the feet turning out to the sides, but keep it gentle and your own personal amount. So it doesn't have to be a lot. You can shift to the right, shift to the left. Big breath. Exhale, maybe sink a little deeper. You could bring the hands to the legs and maybe they assist in opening the inner thighs. When you're ready, let's push the feet down. Lengthen the legs. Inhale, point the toes forward, arms lift up. Stretch up, look up, pull the belly button back. Exhale, dive over the legs, wide-legged forward fold. So you can change or adjust the width of the feet. Maybe they get wider. If the head starts to get so close to the ground it touches, maybe your stance gets smaller. Turn the toes toward each other. Yeah, or parallel. So they can start be parallel toward each other or turn in toward each other. But if they turn out in this position, then they're rolling out. You're like, shut the fuck up. He's in the zone, sweating. Let's go 2 breaths. Big inhale. As you exhale, try to bring your face closer through your legs. When you're ready, let's walk the hands beneath the shoulders. We halfway lift the chest. Use some strength in the legs. So bend the knees a little bit, push the feet down. So this is like a deadlift, but you're using, the weight of it is coming from your torso. So we'll take an inhale. Hands can find the legs, they can find the hips, they might reach out to the sides. And then we'll exhale, stand up tall, push the feet down, arms lift. You could look up, you could interlace the fingers and show the palms up, maybe even stretch the arms a little behind you. And then exhale, let's open the arms. We'll turn the right toes to the right, left toes turn in slightly for triangle. So maybe we adjust the stance and get a little longer. Maybe it's a little wider. You could bend the right knee a little bit. Reach forward as long as you can reach and can connect at the shin, the thigh. Yeah. Think about letting your left hip roll. Internal rotation. Right hip external rotation. Yeah. And thinking about one long line of length from the fingertips to fingertip. Think about letting the spine be in long from your tailbone all the way to the crown of your head. So don't forget about your neck. Don't let it drop. Pull the belly button back. Let's take the left arm and reach it up by your ear on your next inhale. So we pull long from the left fingers all the way to the left heel. Maybe look under your left elbow, see what's happening up there. One more big breath, like you're trying to see what's going on behind you. Inhale, left arm comes back up to the ceiling. Put weight into the right foot, big breath. Bend the right knee as you exhale, bring it back up, warrior two. Let's bring hands to hips. We pivot to face the front of the mat for pyramid. Behind, it could be maybe here, up. So adjust the feet, make it comfortable. Inhale, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, fold forward. I'm gonna grab my charger because my computer is down. Folding forward. Yes, your hands can be behind your back for sure. Two breaths. From here, let's release the hands down to the ground. So if you have them clasped behind you or grabbed onto the elbows behind you, let's release them to the ground. And then let's start to lift the left leg standing split. Think of it as a single leg forward fold. Perfect. Push that right foot into the ground so you use a little muscle. For just a moment, we're going to do a little challenging trick. Let's see if we can take the right arm and reach it up alongside the body like an airplane wing. Left arm alongside the body like an airplane wing. You guys are incredible. Perfect. Yes. We can lift both arms if you want to. Fly it away like an airplane for warrior three. Maybe lift the arms and legs. Push the standing foot down. Fly really long. Engage all your muscle. Big lift. Exhale, hands come down, standing split back to where we came from. Left leg is up. Use a little core strength to get you closer. Lift the left leg higher. Bend the knee, flamingo pose, like we started with. See if you can get your heel toward your butt, your toes to the ceiling. So your left heel toward your butt, toes pointed to the ceiling. And then softly let's step left foot next to the right foot. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bow forward. You can find tippy toes, a tippy toe pose. So maybe you bend the knees and come down to the tippy toes and sit on the heels if it's comfortable. Yeah. You could just fold over the legs and maybe grab opposite elbows. Knees don't feel that good. Let's take 3 breaths. When you're ready, let's release the hands. Exhale, bow forward, forward fold. Lift the chest up halfway. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step to plank, meet in downward facing dog. Take water if you want to. Take water if you want to. We have a big side to do. We have a lot to do. We do all that again. So add it to your own degree, your own personal degree. When you're ready, from downward facing dog, left leg is up. Bend it open, give it some space. Maybe add something on if you want to. You can flip it over. You can just let the left fingers get light. A little balance. Chilly. If you change it, we'll bring it back. Let's draw left knee into the nose, a crunch. Oh, we gotta do that. Lift it back up to the sky. Knee comes into your nose. Think of a cat pose. Again, lift it up. Knee into the nose. Light step. We're gonna step it right forward. We go up to a high lunge. Sweep the arms up with you. Adjust the legs, stretch them away from each other. Left foot pushes down and forward, right foot wiggles back. Think of lifting the back of the right knee as high as it will go without dropping it. Connect the hands, prayer twist. Right elbow, left thigh. Perfect. Pull the belly button back. Push the hands together. Keep thinking of stretching your right leg back all the way through your foot. That's a beautiful adjustment. Still pushing weight into the bent knee. Keeping weight in the left foot. Your next breath, step right foot next to the left foot, almost like slow motion. We step up to a chair, twisted chair, prayer chair twist. Yeah, chair prayer, I don't know what that's called. Chair prayer twist. Are those even words? Big twist. You could stay here. You could take a fold. You could take side crow or all the extras, all the others. You got it. When you're ready, from our forward fold, let's bring the right foot up like one flamingo leg. Yep, it's the right foot. Right foot is up like one flamingo leg. Point the toe, bring the heel to the butt. Slow motion step, almost like you're trying not to do it. Step it way back. We come up to high lunge. Hi, Chanel. Hi, Chanel. Oh my gosh, my baby puppy made that debut finally with her golf ball in her mouth. Big inhale, straighten both legs, arms lift. Open warrior two. Good girl, hi. Her name's Chanel. I named her when I was 15. Inhale, straighten the legs, lift the arms. Exhale, slide it out. Again, big inhale, lift. Exhale, spread it out. Let's go extended side angle. Left forearm connects, right arm can sweep up and around. It can go behind your back. One more big breath. Really long. Your inhale brings you back up. Warrior two. Let's scoop and reverse. Tip it back. Hi, honey. That's not food. It's like, oh, popcorn or something. Don't eat that. Keep bending the left knee. Open it toward me. Yeah. Reach the right foot away. One more big breath. Your inhale brings you back up, warrior two. Look over the arms, make sure they're in line. Sink a little bit. Let's inhale, straighten both legs, arms stretch up, turn the toes to face the sides. They turn out. We sit down in a little goblet squat. Yeah. So again, with that same squat where our toes, the more they point out to the sides, the more difficult it'll be. So we want our knees to be opening, external rotation, just like we would be in bound angle with our feet together. So we have the same thing. Our knees are pressing open. So the legs do it on their own. And then you assist with the arms. The hands can press into the legs. Big full breath. Let's take the left hand down. So maybe the left palm presses the left inner thigh open. Right arm can lift. Yeah, you can even let the left elbow drop in on the inside. Perfect. And then let's come through the middle and switch sides. So we just kind of get a little side body stretch. Over to the right, left arm's up. You got it. Bring it to the middle. Let's sink a little bit, press the knees open. Maybe sink the hips down. And then let's push the feet down to straighten the legs. Arms lift up. Look up and reach up. Maybe interlace the fingers, show the palms up. And then exhale, fold over the legs. Halfway lifted chest. We weren't ready for that. Exhale, fold forward. So maybe this time you grab something different than the first time, and you certainly don't have to, but you can. Yeah. One more big breath. Softly, we'll walk the hands beneath the shoulders. Let's bring weight into the feet, maybe bend the knees a lot or a little. You can bring the hands to the hips. They can come out to the sides. They could reach overhead. Big inhale. And then exhale to stand all the way up. You got it. Let's set up for triangle. So we'll turn the left toes to the front, right toes turn in slightly. So warrior two, and then we just kind of adjust it. So we can reach forward. Left arm reaches forward. And then left arm connects, right arm can lift up to the ceiling. It could be on your hip. Right arm could go behind your head. It could be at your heart. Use the feet again for support. Use a little stability from the legs, a little muscle. One more big breath. We'll take an inhale, lift the chest up a little bit, bend the left knee, and then exhale, come all the way up. Warrior two. Let's bring hands to the hips, or we could sweep it around for pyramid. So we turn, left toes face the front, right foot steps in. Feet are not quite on a tight rope, but they got some space between them. We have stability. Hands can reach around. You could grab your wrist. You could grab your opposite elbows. You can have your hands on your hips. Hands can touch the ground. We inhale, support ourselves. Exhale, fold. Keeping weight equal between both feet. So you'll be able to tell if your feet are equal if your hips are equal. You'll be able to tell if you're kind of going on. So bringing more weight into the left hip. Yeah, draw it backwards. One more big breath. Let's release the hands. So they find the ground. We start to lift the right leg standing split. We're almost there, just a little tiny push left, and then we will be on our back and on the ground for the rest of class. So just give me a little bit more effort. We have standing split, like a single leg forward fold. So left foot is pushing down, right leg is lifting. Use the hands and the core muscles the same way you would if you had both feet on the ground. You got it. One more breath here, and then we'll start to add the arms. So maybe it's one arm. Maybe it's the left arm first. Maybe it's the right arm. You can start to lift both arms. Maybe the chest lifts. You can start to lift everything away from the ground. Lift shoulders and leg higher than everything else, higher than the torso, like you're flying. Use the muscles in the back side of the body, the whole posterior chain, big lift. Exhale softly, hands come down. Standing split, back to where we just came from. Big lift of the leg. Maybe reach the toes higher to the sky like we did in our cat-cow with the pointed toe. Let's bend the knee back to flamingo pose. Point the toe, try to bring your heel closer to your butt. So it's kind of like a quad stretch that you make the legs do on their own. And then softly, lightly, left foot steps or right foot steps next to the left. Find an inhale, maybe bow over the legs as you exhale, or you could come down to tippy toes. Find a little toe stand. Hello. What do you want to say? Let's take 3 breaths. I should know. When you're ready, let's try to sit without using the hands. So you could just let the hips come back and sit. You could bring the hands behind you and sit. However you want to get to sit down, we'll take the hands behind, knees move side to side like windshield wipers. Perfect. Let the legs move. And then let's lay on our back. Stretch the legs out, arms out. Full long reach like you just woke up. Point the toes, roll the wrists, roll the ankles. Pull the belly button back, maybe you yawn. Stretch the left side, the right side, both at the same time. Let's hug both knees into the chest, reach around, give the legs a squeeze. You could rock side to side when you get here. Maybe the hands are on the knees, maybe the hands are on the kneecaps, or hands are on the shins. They could be on the hamstrings. Let's let soles of the feet touch the mat, knees move side to side like windshield wipers. Let's let the knees face the ceiling. So feet are flat on the mat, knees are facing the ceiling, right ankle to the top of the left thigh. You could reach through for the hamstring or the shin. Maybe you just use the legs to stretch themselves. Push the ankle into the thigh, flex both feet. So the ankle pushes into the thigh and the thigh pushes back into the ankle. One more big breath. On your last exhale, try to bring the knee closer and try to push the flexed foot. Try to push your right foot into the ankle or into the thigh more. So we create more resistance, more muscular tension. And then let's release the arms, let the right leg cross over the left for spinal twist, legs fall over to the left side. Legs fall to the left for spinal twist. You're like this, and now you're like this. Okay, your left is this way. That's exactly what it is. Hand could be on top. Yeah. You can let your leg be straight. He's never done this before. You let your leg be straight. It could be bent. It could rest on a block. You could take your left hand and hold the right leg at somewhere. It could come all the way down to the foot. We've done this stretch before. Maybe it comes down to the ankle, the knee. We just did the knee the other day in class. Big inhale. As you exhale, imagine you're wringing out a towel. We're twisting out the torso, moving around all of the whatever, all the fluid, all the whatever we just ate. Flush it out. One more big breath. If you have the wall, like you do with that hand, you can push against it as you rotate toward me. Or toward the end. Yeah. And then let's bring it back to the middle. Hug both knees into the center. Stretch the feet down to the ground. Legs move side to side. Left ankle to the top. We grab the right shin or the hamstring. Push the ankle and the thigh into each other. Oh, the chair almost fell over. Yeah, we're just taking the same stretch, but on the other side. The head relax. Push the ankle and the thigh into each other so we have muscular tension. Three breaths. When you're ready, let's let the leg cross over top. We'll let the arms release. Legs fall off to the right side. Perfect. One more big breath. Big twist as you exhale. Let's bring it back to the middle for happy baby or for bridge. Something else. Maybe there's something that we didn't do that you want to add in. And then when you're ready, we'll settle in for the last piece of class. Legs can be long or knees can be bent. Maybe exhale through the mouth if you want to. You could even roll the shoulders open. You could let the palms face the ceiling, or hands could rest on the chest, stomach, both. Just sealing in these final few moments of class. Tuning into your own heartbeat, how your body responds to breath and sensation and movement. Seeing if it's possible to allow yourself to do nothing. How can we do less while really doing more? Start to bring awareness back into our space. Fingers and toes and wrist and ankles can move a little bit. We can connect the hands, maybe reach across and grab the shoulders. You can have hands at the chest. Take an opportunity to consider something that you feel grateful for. As always, thank you so much for showing up here virtually. Give thanks to yourself for stepping on your mat. Thanks to your classmates for sharing their energy and support. Have a wonderful rest of your Thursday.
Namaste.
Namaste.